The bro next door encapsulates the life of Chad. He is the pinnacle, the legend. He can do no wrong. Women want him, and men want to be him. His memoir is as absurd as his attitude. A link is in the description.
Listen, ladies, while you're out there in the real world and you're dating men, and some of them will be assholes, and some of them, they'll be losers. I got a cure for that. It's simple. It's basic. In fact, anyone can do it. A breakup.
No! Oh, please, God, no!
Breakups, they can be very terrible. But if they're done right, at the end, when you look back on it, it can be respectful. Because you're no longer having your time wasted, and you're not wasting his time, which is a winning in both camps. What you don't do is stay on that relationship and then bitch about it on the internet. What is wrong with you? Why can't you perform this simple act? Why is it you have to spin up all of these stories, rally everyone to your banner, to assassinate the character of the other person? All you really have to do is go,
This isn't working out. I'm done.
Isn't that tough? That is so simple. It's like, I don't know, taking a shot. Let us begin.
Yeah.
10 red flags you're dating a loser, according to experiences from real women.
I don't know, but that sounds a little transphobic. I have to go to my happy place, which is Space Ghost.
Love is wonderful for many reasons. It makes you feel what seems like a drug-induced high, but at the same time, it makes you feel totally safe and comforted.
That's real nice sounding, and it might be true for the dudes out there whose big head has not overpowered the little head. But once that happens, that statement is terrifying. Dude, I met this chick. She's great. I think I'm going to pop the question and do it. I think I'm going to get married again.
What? Why?
Well, because she's different. She loves me.
Dude, what's up with Pop? Think he's getting divorced again? Yep. Yeah, that's what I thought. Space Ghost.
I got news for you, gentlemen. That drug-induced high, it's called an orgasm. That shit fades and starts to go south. Just like the woman who once had long legs and big tits, they become big legs and long tits. That's why the only tattoo a woman should get is a rose on her tit. It's like a natural calendar. As the years pass, you can watch that stem get longer and longer.
Dude, they're flashing us.
All right. Roll that shit back up, woman.
And even then, it also terrifies you in a strangely exhilarating way. But unfortunately, being in love has its downsides too.
Shocker. Want to smell it?
What could possibly be the downside of such a magical thing?
I got 5 years worth of material on the downside, baby. Move on.
Well, not to sound like a 1980s love song, but love really does have a tendency to make people blind.
That's because in the 80s, a lot of people were doing coke. Not the kind you buy at the movie theater either. I'm talking about the kind you blow up a hooker's ass with a straw. Screen 5. Every dude out there in dude land knows this is true. Every single one of you at one point in your life, you wore the pussy blinders. Admit it. Because there are 2 sentences out there that will blind a dude sometimes for years. Sentence number 1.
It's okay. You don't need a condom because I'm on the pill.
Sentence number 2.
It's okay. Leave it in.
And those are the first 2 steps to set your own death trap. I made a video about it. Check it out. Those pussy blinders will be on you so hard and fast, you'll be bumping around through life like Stevie Wonder, and you don't have any musical talent. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah. What? I'm blind! I'm blind! I can't see anything but pink, because I have vagina in my eyes.
I can't see anything but pink, and I'm pretty sure I smell tacos. Fish tacos.
There are all sorts of red flags you're dating a loser that easily go unnoticed by so many people. And unfortunately, those people waste a ton of time in a relationship that serves no benefit to them at all.
I'm gonna throw a flag on that play. Roll it back 10 yards for bullshit, because nobody stays in a relationship if there isn't some kind of benefit. Even if that benefit is just sex. Just saying. That goes for both sides. Ladies, I know you said bullshit, but you know what? You know this is true. Don't you lie. Men are not the only ones who'll stay in a horrid relationship just because the sex was good. Men might stay in it a little longer, but that's just because we're stupid. Listen, gentlemen, I'm just saying, the big head, It's big for a reason. You're actually thinking with more surface area. The little head, I don't know, he's about this big. And that's not really a big surface area for a lot of deep decisions, if you know what I mean. It might be good for a lot of deep dicking, but not for deep thinking.
Men should grow up.
Yeah, and dogs should stop licking themselves. It's not gonna happen.
Now, ladies, you're not getting off that easy. Men, they'll think with their dick, but ladies, you're thinking about this.
I'm triggered.
As long as that money is flowing and the resources are bubbling about, you will put up with a whole lot of shit. That doesn't mean you won't bitch, whine, and complain about it, but you sure as shit aren't gonna do anything to change it. Now, disclaimer, not all of you, but a very significant chunk of you. And if it doesn't apply to you, you know chicks who do this.
This experience is really a lot more common than you think it is. In a recent Reddit thread, the women below shared the exact moment their love goggles wore off and they realized the people they were dating were actually losers.
Alright, I want to point out whether or not somebody is a loser is completely subjective, and there's always two sides to every story. And let's be honest, some of the best fiction creators out there on the internet are those who can remain, I don't know, anonymous.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
So just remember, as we go through all of these, you're only getting one half of that story. I guarantee you this. You talk to me about my divorce, you're gonna get one story, the truth. But if you talk to my Hoover ex, you're gonna get a completely different story. And I can also guarantee you this, I will not smell like roses at the end of that. You know what it will smell like? Bullshit Richard salad and a whole lot of cock.
Her significant other got mad at her for getting sick.
All right, I will admit, at first glance, this seems bad.
I think the moment that I knew it was definitely over was when I was puking in the toilet and trying to fend my curious, just walking toddler away. He came home from work and I was so relieved, thinking, thank God, finally he's here and can take care of me / watch the baby. But no, the first thing he did was come up the stairs and shout at me because apparently it was my fault I was sick, and now I definitely made the baby sick too, and he was mad about it.
I will admit this sounds bad, but I do have a few questions. Question number 1, is it his kid? Question number 2, why were you puking? We don't know anything about this toddler. He could have fetal alcoholism for all we know. We don't know about the mother in this scenario. Maybe she's bulimic. She's too busy puking her guts out, not taking care of the kid.
Oh my God.
No reasonable dude out there comes home, sees his woman puking, and then starts shouting. Unless there's some kind of extenuating circumstances percolating just below the surface that we don't know about. Maybe he works in a job where he doesn't have his cell phone. He doesn't know what's going on. He walks up the stairs, the house is destroyed, and he says, what the fuck is going on here? Now, I'm not saying that's what happened, but it is plausible, and I'm just asking questions.
Her partner got jealous of her ex for showing up at her dad's funeral.
That sounds like a bitch brain maneuver. And a lot of young men today, that's all they got because they're raised by chicks. And if this story is true, you might want to share some of that blame with his mama. I'm just saying.
When he told me how upset he was that my ex and longtime friend came to my father's funeral to support me because it was disrespectful and upsetting to him.
In this case, I will extend the olive branch to that chick and her ex. If he was a longtime friend, he might have had a long-lasting relationship with her father. That is a code of honor. I don't know about you, but I would do it. If I was friends with the dude, I don't care about the bitch, anything. If we're friends and he goes into the dirt, I'm there. But, and I know you guys love it when I start sentences like that because it means shit's gonna get real. I'm gonna ask you, Miss Ginger Maple, how do you feel about your boyfriends hanging out with their exes? I'm just saying. I'm not saying one way or another, but this is an unspoken double standard of relationships. She'll expect you to be cool with it if she's still friends with her exes. But if one of your exes shows up, holy shit, it is on like Donkey Kong. In that instance, we know who the real misogynists are. Screen 5. No one will hate women more thoroughly, deeply, and more bitterly than another woman.
Pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you.
Her boyfriend asked her to pay him back for the NyQuil he got her when she was ill.
If this is true, this is like one of the OG of dick moves. I'm just saying.
I didn't leave at this point.
What? You didn't leave after. Well, you deserve what you get. You stick around after that shit, and it is legit. Everything after that, that's 100% on you.
But I think the straw that really changed the way I thought and felt about him was about a month or two into us living together. I was really sick and he offered to go buy me some medicine. He came back with a bottle of Dayquil and a bottle of NyQuil, handed them to me with a smile and said, "I'll just add the total for those to what you already owe me."
All right, in context, there are 2 questions here I must ask. Question number 1, which is more of an observation. Sarcasm doesn't really translate well into the written word. For all we know, he was just fucking around trying to make her laugh while she was sick. Big mistake.
I want a divorce.
Divorce. I knew we had something in common. Here, sign these.
Hey, listen, women are not renowned for their sense of humor, even when they're not sick. Question number 2, how much did you really owe him? And was he taking it out in trade? You know, goods and services, which you can't do while you're sick. But hey, if you're one of those chicks who expects your dude to pay off your student loans and then you cut bait, fuck you. I'm not saying that's what happened, but we don't know.
It took meeting another guy to make this woman see the light.
Oh shit, you did just say that now, did ya? You're a monkey branching bitch. You probably had a lot of practice and your arms are long. But, yeah, I said but. This is probably not the only time she found another dude that allowed her to see the light.
This might get me downvoted to hell, but I fell for another guy. My now ex was unhygienic, was silent or rude in most group situations, had been failing his classes, staying up all night playing RPGs, made me feel guilty every time I wanted to hang out with my friends or wear makeup, and yelled at me frequently.
If this is true, there are only 2 things that would keep you in that situation for as long as you did. Number 1, gold-plated dick. Number 2, money. You know, I'm correct. Don't even get nasty in the comments or downvote. You know, it's true.
You can't handle the truth.
Listen, you go over to his house and there's a week worth of dishes in the sink and the food from last night is still between his teeth and you blow him, you're there for the money.
I didn't realize he was being controlling.
2 things to that statement. Number 1, what? If this is actually true, you obviously didn't have a father at home to teach you exactly what this shit is. Because single mothers, they raise with manipulation. So when you go into the real world, you can't detect it because you think it's normal. And don't you dare tell me that ain't true, because I was raised by a single mother and I fucking know. And untraining your brain pan from thinking like that takes a long motherfucking time.
I thought I was being a good girlfriend by calming his anxieties and doing everything he wanted. I didn't realize how bad my relationship was until I met someone who treated me with respect and who actually took care of himself. I broke up with my now ex pretty quickly, but he still hates me for developing feelings for the new guy.
Well, that would be because of this simple fact. Betrayal and backstabbing leaves a scar that lasts forever. Bottom line, it doesn't matter what kind of loser he was or how often he brushed his teeth. It does not excuse you from fucking around with another guy behind his back. Handle your business correctly. In fact, take the advice at the beginning of this video, break up with them, and then do your deal. You crack open the pink taco for another customer while you're still feeding the other one, you're a whore.
Oh, no. Oh, we should film it.
Her significant other started drinking first thing in the morning.
Not that I would know anything about that, I'm just saying, huh?
He cracked open a Bud Light at 8 a.m.
I really don't see anything wrong with that, but it all depends upon the context. For all we know, this chick could have been Irish. Not that the Irish drink Bud Light or anything, but hey, stranger things have happened, and that's probably why there's a whole assload of ditch pigs in Ireland. You know, I'm just fucking around. No, I'm not. Your women are horrendous. With that being said, hello to all my drunk fans in Ireland, you drunk fighting fools.
Man, that's just mean. That's mean, man.
There's no context here. There's one sentence. We really don't know what's going on. We don't know if he was doing this every day, or did his mom just die? Now listen, not that I know anything about this, but if you were to awaken in the morning in a whorehouse in South America, you might have a bucket of beer next to the bed, just saying. And at that point, when you roll over, you're like, hey, it's cold and it's right there. Here we go. Now, I'm not saying he should have done that, but I understand.
She and her boyfriend were just not on the same level.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna rip that one apart.
I was dating this guy and he treated me really well, but he was definitely going nowhere in life. He was really bad with money and disorganized, unhealthy and unhygienic. His own grandmother asked me why an attractive, educated young woman like me was interested in him. That was pretty funny, but sad too. In the end, I just got tired of it all.
This one here is important to realize that we're truly only getting one side of the story. This sounds to me like she tried like hell to change this man and not realize he is who he is. And a woman telling a man he's bad with money, that's the pot calling the kettle black. Oh, it just get dark in here? Now listen, if this is true and you're dating a mangina, bitch brain cuck, what do you fucking think was gonna happen? Sounds to me like somebody likes the soy boys, just saying.
She found out he was jerking it to pics of his female friends.
Alright, I just gotta say, if this is in fact true, woman, I'm on your side on this one. Spanking your monkey or milking your Twinkie to porn, hey, we all do it, hey, what do you say? But choking your bishop to chicks that your girlfriend knows? That's a whole other level. Listen, we've all been there. You're in the middle of the deal, you're going to town, and your mind jumps track and you think about somebody else. Just so you know, men and women, they do this all of the time. What gets us through it is the other one doesn't know who we're thinking about winning.
Oh, what a difference. He's so incredible. He reminds me of my sister.
If you walk into the computer room and there's clam chowder and it's steaming on the keyboard and the picture of your best friend Monica's on the screen, you know what's going on.
Yes, he has a naked picture of Monica, he takes naked pictures of us, then he eats chicken, and then he looks at them.
When I found out about his lovely collection of his female friends' photos screenshotted from Instagram for his spank bank.
My first question is for the dude. What the fuck were you thinking, man? The spank bank goes in here, not on the computer. I'm just gonna say it. You're fucking stupid. Moving on. My second question is for the chick, and you're gonna be very unhappy, so why don't you bust out that Astroglide so nothing gets ripped on the way in, if you know what I mean. I'm sure this has probably crossed your mind, but you pushed it out because it's too painful. But you need to consider, are you boring? Now, I'm not saying he should have done it, but I am pretty sure he wanted to get caught. Why else would he leave it on the computer for you to find?
Chicks with dicks? Oh my god. Oh my god, I have a disease, alright? I need help.
There are no chicks with dicks, Johnny. Only guys with tits.
Oh, this is such a relief. You know, I'm glad I'm finally caught. I wanted to be caught.
Ladies, I don't care who the hell you are. I don't care if you think you're a master thief. If you're a snooper, we fucking know. Now listen, if you're actually finding shit, I'm a betting man, and I'm betting he left it there for you to find. And why? My opinion is he's a coward. He should have just told you you're a boring dead fuck and broke up with you. You see what I did there? I tagged both sides. I'm an equal opportunity offender. Everyone gets bagged on at redonkulous.com. Hate mail, comments below.
Her significant other called her mean names.
And I'm sure you never called him an asshole one time, Space Ghost.
The name calling. I put up with the arguing, hoping it would get better, but being called a slut and a fat ass really changes your opinion of someone.
Not to mention the opinion of yourself, but I have to ask, are those statements true? Women complain all the time about slut shaming, but are you a slut?
No!
It's just a question, but in the end it is math, and math always adds up.
I left not long after all of that and met my current wonderful boyfriend less than a month after. Everything has been looking up since I ditched that loser.
And I'm sure before you met that guy, you hit the gym, you changed your diet, you lost that weight, and got in shape, you fat ass slut. Screen 5. And you probably did him a favor. He's probably, thank God that fat ass bitch is gone. The fat girl's gone? I'm gonna save me a lot of money on groceries.
Her partner told her to get over her dad's death.
Okay, I'm gonna reserve some judgment on this until we hear the rest.
My dad died, and about 3 months later he said to me when I was crying, "It's been months, can't you get over it already?"
Now listen, dude, if you're out there watching this, you are a dick. And better luck next time, and you better hit some of the old episodes and wise the fuck up. Because it's clear that you've never had anyone close to you die. But sooner or later, that's gonna happen. And when it does, you're gonna expect a lot more sympathy and understanding than you gave her. So when that time comes, just remember, I'm here for you, dick.
Her boyfriend was talking about her behind her back.
So you got even with him by writing about him on Reddit, Screen 5. Any dude that's gone out with a group of women knows that these women go to the bathroom together. And if you think that we don't honestly know what the fuck you're talking about in there, you are fucking delusional, baby. Because we know when you're in there, you're talking 3 shades of mad trash about your man and the people he's with.
It was the stuff he was saying about me to our friends that really tipped me off. All this stuff to me about how I was beautiful and strong and amazing, all while he's calling me a slut and a tease. Contradiction much? To our mutual friends. They came down on my side.
All right, this is the first one. I have to say is total bullshit. And luckily it's the last one, so 9 out of 10, it ain't bad. Women and men, they talk trash about each other. It's never gonna change. And if you find out it's happening and it offends you so much, break the fuck up because no one is stopping you. Bitching about it on the internet does absolutely nothing. No, actually, I take that back. It does do something. For women, it clues you into the bohos who are orbiting you, just waiting to break off a piece. As soon as you complain about the man that you're with, these roaches come out of the woodwork just waiting to get a piece. I'm blind. I'm blinded by vagina. If these dudes even get a whiff that you're unhappy, they drop out of orbit and they come out of the woodwork. And they'll compliment you and they'll say, hey, you're so beautiful and I wish I had a woman like you. Wah, you goddamn anginas. But ladies, I know I'm not giving you enough credit. You already knew that, you bunch of whores. And that's why you keep these guys around. Free compliments when you need them and free dinners. Screen 5.
If you are dating a loser, hopefully these stories helped you wake up. Don't waste your time settling for less than anyone who treats you with respect and love.
For all those women out there who have drank the fucking feminist Kool-Aid and they believe,
I should never have to settle. I'll just wait for Mr. Right. I deserve that.
that's an expressway ticket right to dying alone. If you want anything in this reality, you gotta find it and you gotta earn it. You don't deserve it just because of, I don't know, vagina. You sure as shit aren't gonna quit bitching about it because you can't find it. And please, don't stop, because I sure need the material. You know what else I need? Jim Apple's getting low. Check out the links below, Patreon and PayPal. Send us some shekels so we can keep the bar stocked. And if you don't, hell, I'm just gonna break up with you, you slutty fat ass.
All of a sudden, just
You're like, ding, 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 ding. You're like the monkey.
You might as well be walking through life like, oh shit. Oh fuck. I don't know what's going on.
These pussy blinders, I can't see what's going on. Oh, you're totally right, man. You're
Just
totally
wandering
right.
around bumping into shit like Stevie Wonder, except without the musical talent.